So you picked up that guitar, full of excitement, but now, well, you're feeling stuck, frustrated, maybe even thinking about putting it back in its case or worse. And it's only been a couple of months. If you're tired of feeling like you're not improving, stay with me, because it's not you, it's just your approach. And we're going to fix that right now. If you're finding yourself dealing with any of these when you pick up your guitar, you are absolutely not alone. It's completely normal for beginners, especially mature adults like us, to feel this way when we're learning something new. Look, you're normal. These are common hurdles, not signs of failure. We can absolutely get through this, even my plectrum, together. So how do we fix it? Well, I've got 3 simple, actionable strategies that you can start using in your very next practice session. First up, let's talk about the biggest barrier to consistent practice. Feeling like it's this huge, overwhelming task. You know, you open up that songbook or you find a new tutorial online, you see a full chord progression. Yeah, and your brain immediately thinks, wow, that's a lot. I think I'll just go and make myself a cup of tea and then I'll come back to it. And then, well, you never do. Or your guitar just sits in its case. The key to getting past this is what I call micro practice, the power of small wins. So instead of trying to conquer the entire mountain, we're going to take tiny achievable steps. Why? Because consistent tiny wins builds momentum and confidence faster than anything else. I think it prevents overwhelm and keeps that frustration monster at bay. So let's say you've decided to learn a new song. Now, instead of looking at the whole thing and getting daunted, why not just work on the chorus? I mean, everybody loves a chorus, right? So it can often be the most rewarding part, and it's a manageable, if I can say it, it's a manageable chunk you can actually tackle in one sitting. Or maybe there's one specific part of a song that's bothering you. Perhaps a tricky chord change, like moving from a G major to a C major. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, instead of fighting through the whole song, just dedicate 5 focused minutes to only practicing that one chord change. So go round it over and over again. Make sure each string, each note rings clear. So focus on just smooth transitions. Now I know that G major and C major, that kind of chord transition can be particularly tricky for beginners. And in fact, my 7-day total beginner guitar course, I share a juicy transition tip specifically for G, C and D major that many of my students say unlocks those changes to them immediately, instantly. If you're struggling with these, then that course could really help you. You can find a link in the description below. Now you'll find that 5 minutes of just simply going backwards and forwards between 2 chords like G major and C major can actually be pretty meditative. And the best part, after just those 5 minutes, you've achieved a small, tangible win. You're better at that one thing than you were 5 minutes ago. And that's progress you can feel. Now, both these ideas are incredibly short and won't take up too much time, removing that "I don't have enough time to practice" excuse. And those small wins add up faster than you think. Our next strategy requires a significant but incredibly powerful mindset shift. And while it can be challenging at first, it's absolutely not impossible. If you've been feeling that deep frustration, maybe even anger at yourself when you make a mistake, then this is for you. You see, most beginners, especially mature learners, treat mistakes like failures. And that's exactly why they stop playing. But I want you to start thinking of mistakes differently. They're not failures, they are teach-yourselfable moments. I'll say that again. Teach-yourselfable moments. And one more time. Teach-yourselfable moments. When you put yourself down for one naff chord change, you're not just practicing guitar, you're practicing quitting. And instead, by calmly analysing your mistakes, you turn frustration into actionable learning. This shift, I think, is really crucial for keeping your motivation high and truly accelerating your progress. So, imagine you're playing through that chorus progression from your song and you mess it all up. Ooh. Look, it's no big deal. Your immediate reaction might be a sigh or a frown, but I want you to just consciously intervene. Take a deep breath, or 5. Just take a moment to reset. Then before you go back to playing, take a moment to think about why you made that mistake. So for example, was it finger placement problem? Did you not have your fingers in the right place on the fret, so giving you a bit of buzz? Or dampened or muted sound? Or were your fingers just not pressed down enough? So you might have the right chord shape, but if you're not pressing hard enough, you're not getting sound out of your strings, out of your guitar. And once you've identified the root cause, correct it slowly and deliberately. Go back and play that one part again, focusing purely on getting it right this time with your newfound understanding. And the most important thing, well, whatever you do, stay calm. That emotional reaction is what makes you want to quit. And by staying calm, analysing and taking the time to actually correct what you made, what mistake you made, you're teaching your brain that mistakes are just part of the learning process, not a sign of being a failure. Now, so often when we feel stuck, practice starts to feel like a chore, doesn't it? And it's all about grinding through chord progressions, chord transitions, mastering new strumming patterns, doing exercises. But here's a secret. Practice doesn't have to be about pure work. No, it can actually be fun. Yes, that's right. Good old, plain old-fashioned fun. So this strategy is all about remembering why you picked up the guitar in the first place. It's about reconnecting with that initial excitement and joy that drew you to music and drew you to this beautiful instrument. When practice feels like play, you're not just improving your skills, you're also building sustainable motivation and a deep, deep, lasting love for this beautiful, gorgeous instrument. And it prevents burnout and transforms your sessions from an obligation into something you genuinely look forward to. So going back to that chorus you were learning, instead of picking a song that you feel you should learn, or somebody said, hey, learn this song, it's really good for beginners, choose a song that you absolutely love. Pick your song, the one that makes you want to sing along, the one that you sing along to in the shower. So focus on learning just that chorus from that song. Or maybe you just fancy learning a simple, recognizable riff. Maybe something quick, something satisfying. For example, 3. It's just a few notes, but it sounds like music. That's incredibly rewarding. You see, the key here is not to strive for perfection. In these moments, the goal is enjoyment. Go for fun. Let your fingers move, listen to the sounds, and just appreciate the fact that you are making music. And even 5-10 minutes of pure musical joy can completely shift your energy and make you excited again to pick up that guitar after this tutorial, or maybe a little later on today. So remember our 3 simple wins to get unstuck. Embrace micro practice for quick wins. Adopt the Teachyourselfable mindset for mistakes. And always make time for fun first. So your assignment today, I want you to pick just one of these ideas we talked about and try to do it in your very next practice session. Don't overthink it, just try one thing. It's the first step, if you ask me, to reigniting your guitar journey. Remember also that progress isn't a straight line, especially with guitar. There will be ups, there will be downs, but by applying these simple shifts, you'll be building habits that keep you playing and improving for years to come. You've got this. Now, if this video helped you, please hit that like button, subscribe as well for more beginner guitar tips. And if you want more help, I now do live online beginner guitar lessons on a guitar learning platform called Till. Check the description for that info. And let me know in the comments, which one of these strategies are you going to try first? Thank you so much for joining me. I hope this wasn't too much of a lecture for you. Happy strumming.